Hello, the big news is right in front of you. The West, or part of the West, is now rallying behind Israel, and people are mocking them. You look at this meme. Macron says France will defend Israel if Iran attacks it. And somebody wrote rather impishly and mischievously, bro, defend yourself from your wife first. Uh, Jokes aside, the assumptions that were made about Israel's invincibility lie on the ground as we speak. I'm not saying that Iran's response has been absolutely astounding, but it has taken the world by surprise, if not by storm. Israel had thought that it had decapitated Iran's capacity, it had demoralized the nation, it had undermined their ability to conventionally respond to Israel's aggression, and all those assumptions fell on the wayside when the missiles started to move out of Iran and landed in heartland Israel. This is the first time since Israel's existence, apart from a couple of weeks' war that it fought, that Israel, as we know it post nuclear capability, has been attacked in the main. And that's a big thing. It's a big thing, not in terms of the scale of destruction that Iran's missiles were able to cause, because all the destructions are comparable and need to be contrasted with each other. What Israel did to Iran, as compared to that, frankly, Iran's response has not been able to create that kind of a damage. However, you have to see it from Israel's point of view. Israel prides itself or promotes itself as a country that is invincible. Israel is supported by some of the world's finest military powers. They share intelligence. They keep its defense and military wheels going. They aid it. They support it diplomatically. Not a day passes without Israel intelligence and Western intelligence agencies exchanging information. And when it comes to crunch time, like it did with Iran, they hold forth for Israel. So, with that kind of a support, Israel had developed a sense of invincibility and invulnerability, priding itself on the fact that it's a country which can do anything to other people and other countries and yet would stay safe in its haven of Iron Dome. That myth has been shattered. That is the impact that Iran's missile attack has created. The other impact it has created is that it has made some of the Western powers, France being one of them, Trump's America is another, quite irrelevant to heartland politics of the Gulf and the Middle East. For years on end, Western powers and USA together decided to dictate what war is to be fought and how it is to be fought in the Middle East, whether it is the old Iran-Iraq war, whether it was invasion of Iraq, whether it was the developments inside Libya or what's happening in Syria. Western powers always invaded the Gulf and the Middle Eastern region and tried to manipulate and puppeteer it. This is the first time they seem to be handicapped by Iran's insistence that it has the right to defend itself and defend itself against the Western favorite Israel. That tells you about the red lines being drawn in the Middle East, and this should make many other countries think about the actual and imaginary power of the West. Donald Trump's repeated humiliation at the hands of the Iranians, who repeatedly have shunned his so-called olive branch offered on behalf of himself, saying that take this olive branch, take this deal, come to the negotiating table because I want to end war. That has not cut any ice in Tehran, which has refused to sit with Israel on a table laid out by the Americans. Now, that's a personal insult and humiliation for a president who has staked a lot on his image as a person who could strike deals. And frankly, the image is kind of fake as we look at his other claims as well. He said that he will have 90 trade deals in 90 with 90 countries. As we speak, the real trade deal in 90 days is not with 90 countries, it's just with one country, and that too, Great Britain. Others in the pipeline, but frankly, 90 deals with 90 countries in 90 days is something which looks a laughable goal as we speak. The other area is Ukrainian and Russian war. He said that he would be able to bring both of them together on the negotiating table. That has not happened. Even Hamas and the defenseless people of Gaza somehow have been able to withstand the barbarity of the Israelis and have not been bending over backwards to accommodate Trump's demand that hostages should be removed immediately. So, Trump has a reputation problem right now, and Iranian refusal to listen to Trump's carrot and olive branch being offered is another nail in the coffin of American reputation. And that's a big thing, because in Middle East, for years on end, outside powers tried to dictate terms. Here, when you look at the war consequences between Israel and Iran, you see red lines being drawn. Questions are being asked, is America really that relevant? Do we have to listen to the USA on every small or big thing? Is France really that powerful? Is the combined France, US, Britain, and Israel and a couple of other countries together, do they really wield the kind of influence that they should be able to dictate our region? Many countries in the region, in the Middle East and the Gulf and adjoining region like in Turkey, are thinking aloud, and sometimes in WhatsApp groups about the new Middle Eastern thinking that is emerging. And the new thinking suggests that they have to seriously review how much intrusion they can take, and whether they have the capacity to lay down the red line or not. Israel is not invincible. That's the other point in terms of the new thinking that has emerged. America is not that powerful that it can really twist our arms and force us to do things. That's the point that I've already made. The third most important point is that should there not be more nuclear powers in the region? So that's something that nobody will discuss in public. But if Iran had become a declared nuclear state, if it had gone over the threshold, it has already proven capability to send missiles inside heartland of Israel. Now imagine if it had the nuclear capability to match with this conventional capability. Would any state dare look at Iran? That's the kind of thinking that is emerging in the region. Should we not also have this kind of capability, conventional as well as nuclear? I'm sure other countries would be thinking along those lines. Probably Saudi Arabia is thinking along those lines. Probably Turkey is thinking along those lines, that this is the jungle law. In the jungle law, the one who is a predator will always get the better of the prey. So you want to be a predator rather than a prey. And if you have nukes, then you are an invincible predator, or at least a protected predator. That's the kind of new thinking that is emerging. So all said and done, while Iran seems to have taken a big hit, its response has created a new environment in the Middle East, and it has unleashed new forces of change and thinking. Probably years down the line, Israel would muster some sanity and would really reflect on the strategic blunder it made of attacking Iran.